Okay, guys, last video on polygons and quadrilaterals. We're going to talk about a kite. So if you'll follow along with me on your kites, a kite is a quadrilateral with the following properties. Exactly 2 pairs of consecutive congruent sides. Okay, notice there's your tick marks. You have the longer ones match up and the shorter ones match up. 1 pair of opposite angles. Now it tells you, but where the 1 tick mark and the 2 tick mark meet right here, those are going to be the ones that are always the same on a kite. And then the diagonals are perpendicular, which means 90 degrees, and you can see that they have the little square right there. Another thing I want to do is kind of color code for you. If this is split, this angle and this angle will be the same, all right? And that one would be the same. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We will need that later. But these guys, they are not the same. Notice how A looks wider than C does. Okay, and again, the reason that these two are the same, if you were to mark that out, this is an isosceles triangle, not trapezoid. That's what we just talked about. Isosceles triangle. So if those two sides are the same, then the angles opposite those are the same. Same thing if you cover that up. That's an isosceles triangle, which makes those two angles the same. Another thing you may want to recall, this has 4 sides. So the sum, okay, of a kite, the sum is going to equal 4 sides, which is 360 degrees. We use that a good bit, all right, 360 degrees. So number 1, if each quadrilateral below is a kite, find the missing values. Now, they don't put the tick marks for you, but you can easily see that would be the 1, that would be the 2, okay? These 2 angles are going to be the same measure. That's the ones that told us right up here that are equal to each other, that are congruent. So we will do the sum, which is 360, minus the 2 that they gave us, 85 and 43. We want to subtract those. And let's see what that gives us. 360 minus 85 minus 43, it's 232. Now, that's both of these together, but they're equal. So if they're equal, we split that and get 116. So angle B and angle D would be a value of 116 degrees. All right. Oh, number 2. It kind of gave us some measures in a different spot. Again, here's like where the 1 tick mark, those 2 sides will be equal, and these 2. J and L are congruent to each other. All right, J and L are congruent. So if that's 82, this one would have to be 82. So we could go ahead and fill that one in. But angle K, we're going to have to do a little calculating. Normally, I wouldn't write this down. I would say, okay, guys, just grab the calculator, type this in. We're going to, again, the sum of a kite right there is 360 degrees. So we're going to subtract everything that we have, and what's left would have to be what angle K measures out to be, which is 125. Right? Number 3, if this is 37, all right, this little top part would have to be 37 that we stated earlier, okay? One thing that let's look at some questions. Angle PTQ, all right, PTQ is right here. And up there, remember that they intersect perpendicular, okay? So all these in the middle are 90 degrees. So PTQ would have to be 90 degrees. PQT, all right, PQT. This is a right triangle, all right, a right triangle. You can do 180 minus 37 minus 90 if you want, or the shortcut, if it's a right triangle, just 90 minus 37, and that would give us 53. And then QRT, we've already got that written in there, is 37 degrees. On a kite, you use a lot of triangles, things that you know about triangles. When they're broke, when you see those little diagonals dashed in there, you have to use it. All right, let's see. Angle GDE. GDE. All right, it is going to be 118. GDB will be 118. And on it, if this is 59, that one is 59. 118. All right. DEH, and there, DEH, so we're looking right here. Now again, this is a right triangle, so we're going to say 90 minus 59. That's a shortcut. You can do 180 minus 90 minus 59, and that will leave us with 31 degrees. And then DGH here, it's the same thing. Those two are going to be congruent. It's also 31 degrees. All right. Let's look at number 5, and then I'm going to just leave you with number 6. I'm trying to be as quick as I can. On number 5, to what we're going to do. Before we answer these, we're going to go through and figure them all out. The ones in the middle are 90, okay? They're all right angles, so angle 3 would have to be 90. Look at which ones are equal here. If these two are going to, if that's 52, this would have to be 52. They're going to be the same. All right. If that's 65, angle 4 would have to be 65. We can find 5 and 6 by saying 90 minus 52. 90 minus 52 would leave us with 38. So those would be the same. And then to find angle 1 and 2, I would go right here. If this is 90, 65, like this is a triangle. Okay, there's 4 different triangles in here. 90 minus 65 would equal 25. So angle 1 and 2 would be 25. Then it's just a matter of recopying those on over. 4 is 65. 5 and 6 are 38, and 7 is 52. So if you want to pause, try number 6. It's the same way. See how far you can get with it. Okay. You should get angle 1 to be 46, and then 44, 44, 90, 73, 17, and 17. Number 7. Number 7, the hardest thing, Pythagorean theorem. You can do it. You've been doing Pythagorean theorem since at least 7th grade, if not 6th grade. It says WX is 14. I'm going to write that in there. And then WR is 8. Find RZ. All right. Now, if this is 14, that has to be 14, okay? Those little tick marks at the top. This is a right triangle, all right? So that would be my X, 14 would be my C, so I would have X squared plus 8 squared equals 14 squared. And X would equal, it is a decimal, 11.5. 11.5. Try number 8. Number 8 is the same way. Set it up for you. 19 squared plus 41 squared equals X squared. And guys, where 19 came from, I halved the AC. If AC is 38, I divided that by 2 and got 19. Take the square root, and X equals 45.2. All right, if we flip that over, we're going to look at just a few on here. Number 9 is the same thing. I'll give you the answer. Tell you what, I'll set it up. This is what your Pythagorean theorem should have looked like. And when you work that out, x would give you 4.4, but they wanted that whole length, so we needed to do that times 2 and get 8.8. I'll give you the answer to 10. 10, again, Pythagorean theorem, 27.5. All right, now this one says to solve. So what you should notice is those are the ones that's congruent to each other. So you would just set those equal. Solve that out and you get x equal 9. All right, 12, the same thing on 12, set them equal. You get x equal 18. You would need to plug back in to get angle L, and that would give you 113 degrees. Number 13, solve for x. Now this one, these are not equal, but they gave us 3 of our pieces, and B and D are equal. If that's 109, this is 109. This is where we would do that sum of a quadrilateral. Goes back to the first lesson that we did. We would want to add all of these up in whatever order that you want and set that equal to 360 degrees. Combine like terms, do a little adding, subtracting. You should get x equals 15. Number 14, okay, it's just strictly looking up here at this triangle. This is a triangle. Now, again, the shortcut, what I would do, if that's 90, then these two have to add up to be 90 because 90 plus 90 gives us that 180. So I would say 9x plus 1 plus 23x minus 7 equals 90. Work all that out, and you get x equal 3. And then it says find STV. Now, STV is this little part, which is the same as that one. So we would say 9 times 3 plus 1, and it would give us the answer that we needed. 15, these two parts are equal. So guys, you're just going to set them equal to each other, and you should get x equals 4. And then plug back in to help you. I think it's looking for this angle. All right, plug 4 in here, and you get 19 degrees. Then I would do 90 minus 19, and that would leave us with 71 for the FGJ. Again, it's because this is a right angle, then these two have to add up to be 90. All right, on 16, I would move. Okay, these two are the same. So to get everything in one triangle, recopy that. Again, these two add up to be 90. Add them up. Set them equal to 90. Solve that out, and you get x equal 8. And then let's see, where am I at? NQP. So you would need to plug 8 in right here and then double it. Plug 8 in right there and you get 25, but we got 2 of them, okay? So 25 plus 25, or 25 times 2, would give a total of 50. Go try those. Shoot me any questions that you have. I try not to keep you as long. And y'all know in class sometimes we don't do all of them once y'all get the hang of it. Hope y'all have a great day. Can't wait to see you back at school. Bye-bye.